Okay, this is going to be interesting. Not really sure how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to go with it and edit it later. See what comes out. Oh, this is the second thing I wanted to share with you, and it is my own personal collection of braplets, bracelets that I have made, stuff I've worn, most of it. There's a few oddities, but it's mostly stuff that I've worn. Like, for instance, this set. I love these. Somebody gave me these spring kind of beads, and they didn't come bent up like that. And she said, I don't know what to do with these, but I'm sure you'll find something. I've heard these words many times, and it took me a long time till one day I came up with that idea. And that's another one, but it's better on its own. It gets tangled with these. These are supposed to be tangled. Gotta love it. Years old already now, those right there. Let's see. Oh, I figure we'll start with these. These are what I call toughies. I'd usually wear 2 at a time, and they would accentuate each other in some way, you know, depending on what I was wearing. Like I say, I'm not really very vain. Never been much about fashion except for those years in college when, you know, I wanted girls to pay attention. That crystal, wood, horn, and hematite. I've worn the crap out of that. You gotta be careful with wood and showers and such. Is this all coming out blurry? I'm gonna start over. There, that's better. Maybe it'll maintain focus better now. Isn't that pretty? Yep. Let's see. Some things wear out and I get tired of wearing them. That's a fun one. These are weird though. They're like aluminum or something. And the silver's all tarnished. So not quite what it was when I used to wear it. Yeah. Leftovers. Oh, here's a fun one. Very festive. Some of the only plastic I use, these are called miracle beads. Because of the way they shine. In sunlight, they're just, I don't know, positively 4-dimensional. They're crazy. Oh yeah, let's get that out of the way too. My thumb ring. That is not stretchy. It's made to fit right there. It's made with like fishing line, basically. And I love these. But I stopped making them because when you lose them, they pop off and you don't even notice. It's gone. This one never popped off, but I'm a chronic hand washer. And it really screwed with my skin to wear that all the time. I tried to wear that for a while, because it really is comfortable right there, but not for me. Got all kinds of hematite toughies in varying configurations. All kinds. Hematite goes with everything. So, one of these and one of anything else. That's kind of ugly. Let's see. Oh, painful triangles. Ow. I use these a lot too, fiber optic beads. Little tiny air bubbles in the glass to make it refract like that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, and these are dainties. This is one of the first I ever made. My second bead purchase included these little tiny blue and white ones. What else? That's pretty cool. That's basically what I call a wizard bracelet. Anything in a configuration of 3 or 4 usually comes out looking pretty wizardy. Oh, this is fun. I used to know the name for each one of those skulls. I picked them out of a huge pile of skulls, very carefully, each one. Now I couldn't tell you what their names are. I was taking mindfulness training, I guess you could say, and that's how they got chosen. I call this my death metal bracelet, though I'm not much of a metalhead anymore. I like him. It's like crystal, horn, and skulls made out of bone. Rah! Horns up. What else? These are cool. I like those. Oh, this one. These need to be shined up. These are silver. They're like little tiny balls of tinfoil. When they catch the sunlight, they're crazy, especially when they're shiny, but even in this condition. Like little disco balls. Driving, those would catch the sun, and it would just make little disco ball show all over the roof of the car. A lot of fun. Some nice crystals. Well, just glass. You know, glass is a crystal. Yeah, I used to make some patriotic bracelets. I don't really feel that much anymore. The more I learn about the origins of this country, the more it all seems like a bunch of bullshit to me. The illusions of freedom. These are awesome. I love these colors. I worked at Chevron for a while in a gas station in Gilroy, and these matched very well with the uniform. A lot of these were made while I worked there. Look at that. That needs to be polished. That's a hell of a bracelet when it's polished. Some nice turquoise. And crystal. That's actually really nice crystal right there. And understand, I've worn almost everything here for some period of time. Even that. I take a pink challenge every now and then. Why not? That one was really nice with the chevron shirt too. Yeah, I like blue a lot. I really do. Let's see. Bunch of dainties. I usually prefer the toughies. These are pretty. Fiber optic glass. Sometimes you find colors that aren't common. Come on, focus. Focus. I want to focus. Right there. And that is a nice midnight blue. Found those, I think, in Santa Barbara. Or thereabouts. Another chevron one. I forget what those stones are called. Very pretty though. Probably dyed. I try to avoid dyed stones, but sometimes I get them by mistake. That one's fun. Yeah. Somebody tried to buy that from me once and I didn't sell it. Silly me. I learned to sell virtually anything I'm wearing when somebody asks. It's weird with men, sometimes it's a power issue. Let me buy that off you. Okay, it is $50. How about 40? How about 45? I've been there, and I've been there for a lot more money than that too. Let's see what else we got. Oh, let's jump to these. Raw. These are bracelets I'm afraid to sell because they're so freaking heavy. They require attention to wear, I believe. Look at this one. This is the heaviest thing I have made yet. I mean, it's a tough bracelet, but that's a hell of a bracelet. Ah. Okay, here's some more fun stuff too. I think that was my first or second Lego bracelet. Took a lot of effort and dremeling to get that together. And then you get it on and it's actually kind of painful to wear. Live and learn. Live and learn. But they're very neat to look at. And this is actually okay to wear too. And you gotta love a clasp that actually... Get down! No boo. Get down! Hey! Hey! Oh, cats. Unceremoniously dumped. Let's see. She can have her bed back when I'm done here. What was I saying? Clasp. Lego. It's choker. And it's actually rather comfortable. Tough too. This is like fishing line. I hate yanking on them though because I don't want to break any beads. That is glass where it crosses there. Or hematite. And hematite's just a crystal. It looks like metal. It's not a metal. It's just a crystal. It'll bust just like glass. I've seen it many times. Like one of these. I had something like this on once at my aunt's house, and I said, they're great. And see, it doesn't even come off, and it flew off, hit something, and shattered. Looked a lot like that one. That might even be a rebuild, honestly. To hell with that noise. Then we get to the braplets themselves for the most part. This is one of the first things I made. My yellow-violet bracelet. I am a yellow-violet. You either know what that means or you don't. I'm not going to explain it to you. There's a book called Life Colors. Great book. Check it out. Pamela Osley. Look at that. That is a total chevron bracelet. One of the oldest things. It's one of my first braplets right there. Fun. I was thinking if I could put these in some kind of order, it would be awesome. I cannot. Oh, that's a nifty bracelet. I want to wear that again. Where is the sweet spot? Right there. But wearing this one to show, it doesn't matter how long you wear them usually. Oh, that one is ancient. That one actually broke and I had to rebuild it because it was made before I learned to glue the knots, which made them kind of a wild card and I didn't want to sell them. Then I learned to glue and everything got cool again. And that one's actually messed up. That's not even supposed to be in that pile. That's supposed to be in the tick apart pile. Silly me. Let's see. Oh, please focus. That's a pretty wild snake. I love these, but you can't use beads that tiny to cross, because when you pull, they will eventually snap, and then you end up with a twist in the bracelet that's messed up, which I guess this one does not have that issue, so I cannot illustrate. But the other one I had did. Some more white howlite. Stuff goes great with hematite. Oh, this. That's one of my oldest bracelets. Pewter. Hematite, white howlite, and some glass. Are these really all going to be blurry? Let's try without the tripod. Okay. Cute. Christmas. One of my mini Christmas bracelets. We don't celebrate Christmas anymore. That's a Christmas bracelet, but it looks like a Mexican flag or something. Every time I try and do Christmas stuff, I end up selling it to somebody who doesn't even speak English, which I have no problem with. It just humors me that the intention could go so wrong. That is one of my first bead eaters. I wore the crap out of this thing. Very comfortable, very sensual feel. Love it. One of my first braplets. That is so old. Nice little delicate weave. Ah, my abundance bracelet. I used to wear this and the power bracelet. I wore those for months. Months on end. This one, power bracelet. That's right, I didn't show you yet. Abundance and power. The stones are supposed to be good for these things. Power, abundance. Oh, this. My one pearl bracelet. Swarovski pearls, which means they're probably fake, but these are really cool. I like that bracelet. That's one I was wearing last year when I got to play with pearls. That is ancient and powerful. You see this? This is a hell of a bracelet right here. I made this, you could say I made this on 9/11/2001 at 1 a.m. Or you could say I made it the night of the 10th. I'd been in Santa Cruz, I bought those, and those. And I was doing something, you know, with red, something with white, and something with blue. And I ended up with these beads in front of me at the end of the night. I was really tired. I've been beading for about 7 or 8 hours. And what I call a little voice, you know, your intuition, the thought that precedes thinking, told me, make something patriotic. And I said, no, I'm not an especially patriotic person. Why should I bother? Just do it. I was learning to listen to little voice, so I did it. Then little voice said, wear it to bed. I said, no, I don't like to wear them to bed. Sometimes I wake up and there's issues. I don't want to do that. Who knows what happens when you sleep? I broke one sleeping long time ago. I mean, note. I sleep with this. I shower with this. Eat, shave, everything. I said no, and I put it on the table, and I went to sleep. And then I got woken up very few hours later by a grandmother saying, turn on the TV, turn on the TV. Which I did in time to see the second plane hit. So yeah, that's what that braplet is right there. And that is one of the first braplets. That was after my first bead store trip to explore this idea further I had of weaving. Yep. Now do I say, look, this one's purple. It's actually a beautiful weave and very comfortable. Love it. Blackie! This one's called Blackie. It's got little black Swarovski crystals, black glass, black fiber optics. There's a complicated one. Yeah, sometimes I like to wear them a little loose. That one's kind of big. But usually I like them fitted. When you catch one on something and yank and there's nothing you can do because you didn't know you caught it, well, that's not a happy moment. But it doesn't happen if you don't wear one hangy, as I call it, you know? That's pretty and very old. Woo! That's like the 5th or 6th braplet I made, probably. Sorry, bringing it closer so I could see it. Silly. Oh, another patriotic bracelet with a story. I guess this must have been 2002. This is one of the most expensive bracelets I own, too. There's a lady I met on the internet, Debbie. I call her the Bead Lady, in Mendocino. She invited me up. I don't even remember why, especially. She invited me up to her place in Walala, and she had a humongous collection of beads, and she gave me a bunch of beads, these included. And I was there on the 4th of July, and the day after, I think, 2 or 3 days I stayed. She talked my ear off, and I did what I could to respond in certain ways that I know how. I think I said a lot of words she needed to hear. I sure hope so. And she said all kinds of things. She taught me all about beads, and most of what she taught me I forgot, of course, but wow. I asked Universe to send me a guide, and pow, not only was she a guide, she gave me just tons of beads. Tons of beads. Let's see if I can remember what this is. Come on, light. Oh, that's annoying. Why is the focus so far? We got hematite. I think that's a blue. Oh, what the hell do you call it? Blue onyx. Garnets. And some very, very cherry crystal. Right there. Sorry it doesn't want to focus. Maybe if my hand's there. Trying to figure this out. Yay. I think you get the idea though. And that's it for that pile. Okay. We got one more pile. And it was hot that day in Walala. Oh my lord. I was sweating and trying to bead. That is one of my first snake designs. They're a little wobbly till you get them on, but I think that's a pretty nifty kind of bracelet. Sometimes they come out looking very much like fruit. There is possibly the original chevron bracelet. Telling you, it went well with the shirt. Oh, these are neat. This is one of the oldest things I have, and one of the more expensive ones. Those beads were like $1.50 each or something. I think you had to pay by the ounce for that kind of glass. Forget what they call it. It's not quite dichroic. Well, no, I guess it is dichroic. It's just not very fancy dichroic. Still, that's an awesome bracelet. Wore it for months and months. Red. I would challenge myself to wear red. I'm not much of a red person, or orange, but look, that's my hoodie of current. And I chose it because it was $15 and an orange challenge. $15 is a good price for an orange challenge. So far I'm winning. How cool is that though? It's a neat bracelet. Some crystal. Basics. Crystal and hematite. Anything in hematite goes. Oh, this is Mr. Wobbly. Yeah, I like him. Oh, this one. I think this is the one on the website. That is one of my favorite all-time bracelets. I wore that through some hard times. And I'm still here. Yeah, and you gotta love that. Fiber optics and miracle beads. I used to play with those combinations all the time. Look at that. Another chevron bracelet. The other wobbly. I made both those. Those were the expressions, the original expressions of this idea. Many of these were the original expressions of the idea you see. Switch out the beads, make them again. That is a clunky snake. I don't sell clunky snakes because they're a pain in the ass. Sometimes they come out that way though. That is a fun snake. It's a wobble fun snake. They used to all have these little names that would come out. Somebody asked me, what do you call that design? Shit, I never thought about it. Look at that. Oh, this one's famous. I forgot. I actually made this twice, and I had to break one of them. They came out different sizes, but I try not to repeat myself, and I actually made that twice. As far as I know, nothing else. That, some copper. Should shine that up. Yeah, chill, would you, please? What do we got? Oh, these are neat. This has a neat fill on the wrist. Hematite, glass, tiger eye. Love the tiger eye. That's old too. That's from like 2002. That's when I first learned to make them tougher with thicker stuff. Another tiger eye snake. Oh, this is fun. This and this. Those came the same day, and they were the first time I figured out how to do a snake quite like that. I forget what I call that. Lace snake? Vine snake? I think it's a snake vine. Something like that. You're not meant to understand, honestly. Oh, here's good ones. This one. This is yin yanglet number 2. I pursued this combination of beads many times. I bled to make this. This was really hard to make, as was this one. This is yin yanglet number 5. And I do not do what it took to make these anymore because I got sick of cutting my fingers open. And that's what happens. No thank you. But look, they're still here, and these are like almost a decade old. That is just a badass simple hematite bracelet. I should sell some of these again. Every now and then I go through and prune it down. But so many are just first examples. This is my Earth Day bracelet. I used to have a couple of them. I think I sold the others. That's an Earth Day bracelet. Because it was funny. I remember now. I made this and I said, this is my Earth Day bracelet. And they said Earth Day was yesterday. And I had no idea when Earth Day was. So it was hilarious. Here's a pink challenge. You need to use rose quartz to get some romance in your life. Okay. That lasted like 3 or 4 days. The silver's tarnished, but that's silver. It's not just hematite. Oh, I'm not big on the pink, but I sure sell a lot of pink stuff. The heck do you call that now? Brain fart. It's a man-made stone, and I'm having an absolute fade on what it's called now. It's really neat in sunlight, though. The way it glows. That's opalite. Opalite is pretty cool. I've made a lot of stuff with opalite. And as cool as that looks, honestly, if you don't go back and forth in the pattern a lot, they don't breathe quite the same, so I don't like to sell them. That's not even something I think I wore. It's just something I didn't want to sell, but artistically, there it is, you know? Maybe to an experienced braplet wearer. Oh, it's a double snake. That's what that is. It's an example of the first double snake. I should make those some more. Ha! My scatterpillar's not here. I want to show you my scatterpillar. This is a weak imitation of a scatterpillar. I don't really have anything else to say because I don't know where my scatterpillar is. I want to know where it is now. It's one of the neatest bracelets I've made. This torture device. Very industrial. That's like braplet number 5 or 6 maybe? Oh, but remade to be tough. It used to be very delicate. Now it's super durable. You can't feel the tension there either. Cute little braplet. Yep. That is neat. Crystal's just fun. Those are cool. Those beads came from Bead Lady. As did the Scatterpillar beads. I wish I really had the Scatterpillar. So I took it apart and turned it into 2 bracelets. Amanda's got the other one, and I think it's pretty nifty. Several times I've been given stuff to do with as I will, and that's what I did with that. And I think that's plenty enough of a bracelet share. Yep. So what are the other 2 things, huh? Okay, the first thing I wanted to show you, though I started with the second, is this. This is a set made for me by Tess, my buddy from Local Color. Well, she used to be at Local Color. Now she's just an artist there like me. She is the coolest, best knitter ever, anywhere. Tess McGuire. Awesome stuff. I should try and find her on the web and link below this. Maybe I will. These are Glittens, which I don't know if I can show without two hands. There we go. She made me these for beating out in the cold, because I would sit out front of Local Colors. She would run the store inside. And sometimes it was just too cold. The sun would be out, but where I sit is in basically a natural bowl. And these fingers, oh, it's really hard to pick up individual tiny beads when your fingers are frozen. These saved my ass on many a day, and they look like they were just made. These are so awesome. My Glittens, my glove mittens. Love them. I said to her, you should make these and sell them. She said, I could never sell those. I'd have to charge $100 each. They're hard. Just for you. Just for you. Because they were requested by me. And I gave her jewelry for days. You like that? You take it. You like that? You take it. Then I asked for a hat to go with it, and this is what I got. So that's what makes it a set. Though they don't, perfectly match, but hey, thought counts. And the beanie's a beanie. These are Glittens. You wish you had these. Okay, and the third thing I wanted to show you are my sun goggles. $12 on Amazon. Yep, I won't stare at the sun, I promise. I just want to be able to look. They keep covering it, though. Interesting, huh? Peace.